guys, so I have learned a couple of new super cool techniques on how to contour your nose even snatchier, and I've been applying those techniques to my nose for the last couple of weeks, and a lot of you have been wanting to see an updated nose contour video on this, so here I am doing it for you. So yeah, let's grab our brushes, let's grab our contouring powders, and it's time to snatch this nose. I only use a couple of products to really get my nose to looking tiny and snatched and perfect, so here we go. The only contouring powder I trust in nowadays is by Kevin Aquan. This is the medium sculpting powder, and the only nose contouring brush I trust in nowadays is this one by Luxie Beauty. This right here is the Luxie 182 brush, and it comes with a fluffier side and a more sharp, dense side. The fluffy side is where it's at. And I know a lot of people do cream contouring and then go after with powder contouring, but I just feel like that is not for me. I don't know how, I don't know why, but when I cream contour my nose, it just looks wrong and muddy and just, ugh. And with powder, it looks bomb. All right, let's do it. The first thing I do is tap the fluffy side of the 182 into my contouring powder and only take, I'm like barely touching the powder, and then tap off axis. You really want to do this. What happened to me in the beginning when I first contoured my nose, I didn't tap off the excessive amounts of powder, which when it initially hits your nose, that brush, it leaves like a dense mark of brown, and then you try to blend that in, but it's still a little bit more dense and intense where you first hit it. So you definitely want to tap it in that powder and tap away the excess. And I like to start about halfway into my nose. So right around here, I start brushing in the contouring powder. Now, of course, the closer you apply the lines towards each other, the smaller your nose is gonna look. If you think about the drag world, if you want a really tiny nose, what you do is bring these two lines really close together and it will make it look tiny. So the smaller you want your nose to look, the more towards each other you bring the lines. So I'm just gonna brush in. I apply very light pressure onto this brush, nothing harsh, and just right here, start smudging in that contour. Take some more and put it on the other side as well. And again, the closer you put this one towards the other one, the smaller your nose is gonna look. And then I only go about halfway up onto my nose. I don't bring it in here and go with that entire brow shape and nose line shape. Some people go here and then go all the way there and connect it to that crease. But for me, lately, all I've been doing is like the center here, like that. Then what I do is take a little bit more, tap off, and I'm gonna cut my tip. So right here, underneath the highest point of my nose, I also block it with contouring. See how it kind of, and then whatever is left in that brush, I use to connect the lines to that bottom portion I just applied. So kind of like this. Now, of course, this is way too much. You definitely do not want to walk around like this. So what I do to really clean up that nose and really make it smaller now is go in with loose powder and my damp beauty blender. I'm going to pick up some powder, and with this we're going to clean up right beside the line of our contour, and this will sharpen it and clean it up and really make it look tiny. So right beside the contouring line, go in with a face powder and clean up. See what I mean? I know, super intimidating right now, but it will look perfect in the end. So other side. Okay, now that you look like Squidward, it's time to work this in and make it look perfect. Now, because we just cleaned it up and made this super sharp, you want to soften it a little. So I'm going to take a powder brush and my face powder. This one today is by Charlotte Tilbury. And to soften this entire look, you want to pick up powder and basically from the side of your face, drag it over top of the contour and soften it that way. So see how I'm coming from the side of my nose and going over top of that contour slightly to soften the harshness of it. And see how much softer that already looks? That's what we want. And then one of my favorite tricks that Miss Fame taught me is to pick up a little bit more of that contouring powder and contour the very side of your nose. So right here, contour it until you reach that like, that really snatches the nose together. And of course, as a finishing touch, you really want to bring in light to where you want to lift the nose up. So we're going to highlight, and I'm going to use this sleek highlighting palette in Solstice. I'm going to take this color right here, and just with my pinky, I pick up a little bit of that highlighting powder. And basically what that will do is kind of take out the tip of your nose and make it tiny and cute and lifted, and that's what I want. Right at the tip. Now if you're like, girl, I went too far with that shine, you can always go back in with the powder brush and kind of take it down a little. But you know what? I'm not, because I love it. And that, guys, is how I like to contour my nose lately. My updated nose contour routine / how to get a nose job in like 2 minutes without the pain. I hope this video helped some of you guys, and if you are snatching your nose, please send me your photos on Instagram, #NikkieTutorials, or tweet me at NikkieTutorials, or send it to me so I can see your snatched nose. For a full list of every single product mentioned and used, go to my blog, NikkieTutorials.com, or to the description box below. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. That all is NikkieTutorials. As always, if you enjoyed watching this video, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you so much for watching again. Happy nose contouring, and hopefully I will see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye. Hey guys, today I'm doing a tutorial on this makeup look right here. I wanted to create a more soft but very, very glowy glam summer makeup tutorial. Summer is right around the corner. In Holland right now, it's blazing hot, so that inspired me to come up with a look that is softer and wearable but still has a couple of fun twists